For a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Nine yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check, check, check! Half, half, half!
Henning. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
LaLetta looking for a first down throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
LaLetta to throw. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first, here's Washington. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
LaLetta looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They'll run with Lynch, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the gun, Lauletta. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Hard throw, incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now here comes Kansas City. Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Black 35. Black 35.
Now Henney. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Able to find Harris, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Gun.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Lauletta after the interception. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent Gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the penalty, Lynch. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
On second down, Washington. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. A shotgun snap to Lawletta. Flushed out right and able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And his throw here's incomplete. DeAnthony Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
White 18. White 18.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Harris. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Yeah, he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's cLoWninAtWilL100's. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Coming off play action, cLoWninAtWilL100's. And that'll be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw, cLoWninAtWilL100's. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll run. It's Washington. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Check, check, check.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On 1st and 10, LaLetta. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. LaLetta. And he finds Cook. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. LaLetta to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now LaLetta on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Ready. Right 20. Right 20. Gun.
They'll throw now on the final play. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. First down, the run with Lynch. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the give, this is Washington. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's LaLetta. And Cook has it, left side. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Go!
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Go!
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Henning. He's got the hook up with Conley. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They come up in a two tight end look here. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, put the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Lawletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Scott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On first down, Lawletta. Throw left side complete to Scott. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Lawletta. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Lawletta. And complete right side to Cook. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Black 35. Black 35.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 35. Black 35. Gun, gun, gun. Go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Through an opening, and there he goes. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check, check, check.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready. Right 20. Right 20.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's LaLetta now on 2nd. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
It's LaLetta off play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. LaLetta again here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is 3rd and long. Here's LaLetta. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. Let's see if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, LaLetta. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Scott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. LaLetta on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good, and the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Switzer now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's LaLetta. Throw left side complete. It's Scott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. LaLetta looking for a first down throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. LaLetta now to throw it. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air yet again, LaLetta. He completes it to Bryant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, LaLetta. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Butker now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the gun, here's LaLetta. To the right side and complete to Washington. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. LaWinna. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Allen Bailey. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Desperation time on 4th down for LaWinna. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Down right around the 25. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Henning. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Switzer now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now LaLette on first down. Now a desperation throw deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,